voice is loud enough. I see like my decibel bar going to the house. I should be fine. Hello everybody, and welcome to another coding stream after yesterday's gaming stream. There will probably be gaming stream later today. If you wanna see that, you can come to that. If anybody wanna see me do anything, but otherwise don't run. Okay, just kidding. No, seriously, run. Just kidding. Never mind. Okay, so welcome to the next video of my coding series called Day in the Life of Developer. Why it's called that way? Because my honest intention here is just to show you guys how my general my everyday work on a day everyday day on work looks like. By saying that, I mean how I'll approach the problems, how I'll solve them, implement them, debug them, and so on and so on. What I'm doing here on stream is what I usually do on my work. There's not much difference, except currently at work I'm using PHP, I'm using Python Django, except PHP Laravel, but basically it's just a language and a framework procedure. Let's say kind of practices are the same. Doesn't matter which language or which framework you use when it comes to approach to development or to coding. Just like I said, I want to increase the size of my display a bit so you guys can see it more clearly. Yeah, this is the 2. I'm gonna just go on at 50%. 50%. If you guys still find this to be too low or too small, please tell me. To me, which as I'm watching the full screen, it seems fine. So if you go full screen on your well monitors, you'll probably see it okay. But I do have like here a bigger one because I use this both for these streams and for consuming lots of multimedia games and so on and so on. So it's a bigger screen, but I don't think we'll have problems seeing it full screen, even skin to smaller size. So guys, it should be probably fine. If you don't see it, just let me know. I'll increase it even more. I will sacrifice my own, let's say, comfort for your really comfort because I really don't like when my screen is the idea of my code is too large. I like a bigger overview of what's going on. I can do that when it's too large. Okay, but never mind. Let me just continue where I stopped. So if you remember the last time, I was working on need that uploading avatar, right? So I created. I just open it. I'll open it later. I created AWS S3 bucket and integrated uploaded avatar for the users. So I have my controller here. You can see more or less what's going on in the controller. So I upload avatar in my repository. So I'll save avatar to database for the user, and I also upload that to the S3 bucket. I do it all in this transaction because if S3 bucket upload fails, I wanted to nullify this upload to database. So transaction won't commit, it will roll back, and that's basically it. What's going on now, and what I'm going to do now with this, once I started in the last stream, is to transfer all this stuff about upload output for users into general. We're gonna do file uploads at the moment. We'll do images uploads only at the moment. So the general image upload, which will be architecture that can be consumed for any model that needs files on some sort, on every entity that needs files of some sort. I'll first adjust this code just to avatars, and then I will adjust that code in the third iteration to the code that will be basically general and will be extendable and adaptable to work with any files for any entities that needs files. Um, well, I think when I'm saying that, that's how I usually do when you develop it, right? Because in a production environment, in jobs, speed is it's not most important thing, but it's good to be a bit faster when doing stuff because you do have kind of deadlines and stuff like that. But that's why you code through iterations, right? First you develop the basic stuff, and you most of the times you publish or push or deploy the basic stuff. Let the client or everybody sees, and if they're satisfied, basic stuff is good. If they're not satisfied, even if they are satisfied, maybe next phase of the project, or maybe just for your own sake, if you want in free time, you go to the second iteration where you do things a little bit better. And if you still want to improve them, then it's a third iteration, and maybe fourth, and when however much iterations you want or have time or client has budget for, and he's willing to pay. So how many iterations you want until this code is basically what it needs to be in the end, covering all possible use cases. So simplest code covers only one use case that's needed, and more complex code will cover most of the use cases you can think of, but you will rarely develop most complex code in your production environments because nobody has time or budget to do that. You usually build the simplest. You usually build the simplest cases of your code base, right? The simplest way, just to do that one exact stuff and nothing else. That's the simplest way to do it, and that's usually practice when you're approaching the code working in production environments. You need to deploy it for client, and client needs to use it. Time is kind of limited, and client budget is limited. You're going with the simplest solutions possible always. And then it's multiple iteration. A client wants new package for all development. Basically, he buys a new package from your company. Then you do second iteration, you improve it as per client wishes, and so on and so on. That's how usually the client coding works. In if your own code, if you build something that's open source or something built for yourself, build the initial version, publish it, let the public or whatever gonna use it yet use your code, get feedback from them, and then go to second iteration according to feedbacks and improve your code. Of course, you can also put some of your own ideas because it's your code. Of course, it's open source, it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. But it's important to get feedback before you stuck like too much inside your code, and you can really easily change something. You publish it after 6 months of development, nobody sells it. Public sees it and they say this is not good. It doesn't work for me at all. And wish this would be much better. And you spend 6 months on it, and in the end you have to refactor like 70% of it. So there's no point. You you build initial version, publish it, let it general public was gonna use it, all the developers. If you put in some kind of open source library to give you their feedbacks, they can also contribute, which is good because it's open source. They can own their own pull request and basically help develop your code. But yeah, do that. Do two iterations. Never do it all at once. Well, I did it, or I do it all at once sometimes because I just get too into my code, too deep, and I just got these ideas. I want to implement them, and then I basically end up with something that's usable to me and may possible some other people. But it's much better to put a simple version which could be usable to large audiences and then just improve them based on the feedback you get. But apologies, I kind of going too deep in this, but this is one of the points of this, right? This is basically experience talking, not just my ideas. It's something I did lots of time. It was a junior developer. I did over that kind of code that was like million iterations that was published. That wasn't too fun because it was production code, so it wasn't fun for anybody. But you will learn. Okay, so hopefully you will listen to me if you want. You don't have to. I won't force anybody to listen to me. But if you do, you avoid some of the things I did. I learn from my experience. But anyways, I also learn from experience other people all the time. Today, you never start that. Your own experiences, other people's experiences, and general information available anywhere. For coding, most information is available on the internet, so there's lots of sources for good coding information to get. Okay, so I'm gonna refactor this. First, I'm gonna just implement general file uploads. That will be connected only to user, and then I'll connect them generally to any object. So first, I already started. I'll start from my table to hold files. I already started with that. This user avatar. This won't be needed, but I'll leave it for now. And this is my files table that I currently have here. So I have file name, original name, it may be used for some cases, size, MIME type, because I will have multiple file types, and I will have this fileable, which is morph. This is Laravel morph relationship. I'll explain them. I did explain them last time. If you want me, I can go over them once more, or you can just look in the documentation. It's pretty well explained there. And you'll see an example when I push this table up. And okay, so let's just migrate this table, but first I need to again. I have this small index, so I always complete that character in my language is called je. It's right above index, so I usually pushed it by mistake always. Okay, let's go first. First, put my containers up again. All right. So let's now go here and let's go just migrate. Migrations. Migrate there. Select this. Oh wait. So I got this one. Okay, migrations. Migrate. Am I doing something wrong here? Oh no, right now, yeah. I don't have to apologize. I work with just artist and migrate. I work with Django Python all day, so there is I think is Python manage py migrations. Then manage py migrate, and then you can choose model which you want to migrate. It's a bit different here. I just go to my Docker, and now I should have another table here called user files. Call files. Let me just check. Yeah, there it is. And structure is like this. We just took my structure like this. Okay, fileable type or fileable ID. Those are basically two columns to the correspond to morph the Laravel has. When we save some files, you will see how they work. I will explain it, but you will see them on action when you save few files. Now I have my file table. Now I need to rework this one to work with these files. I will add another service. Services called file service. And call it file upload service. Alright. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of letters today. And now here, let me just check. I will just add another first public function upload, and it will take uploaded file. It should be file. And for now, let's call it uploaded file. Actually, it's fine like this. And for now, I'll have just user repository here, nothing else. No, wait, no. Did I create file repository? I don't think I did, but I'll do it now. No, I didn't, so I'll just create that first. Alright. It will extend base repository. And protected. Const ticker, call it model. Just see it is model. I just do it like this then. Model, right, and it's gonna be file class, and I'll public function upload. No, won't be upload, it'll be create. And now let me just see something here. I will have to pass it the model that will be binded to the file. I think, yeah, well, let me just check how we do that. It can basically be any model. In this case, there's no difference which model it is. So I'll just put here see what I added here. I need to create file. I'll be creating for uploaded file always. Maybe I'll just pass the uploaded file here. I will see a bit later. Maybe if it's not okay. It's upload file. It'll be something else. But for now, it's just upload the file. And I will have also model. This will be file. I will call it fileable. Fileable. No, it's not. Fileable maybe. Hey, it's not. Okay. And this will be logic, and I will return instance of file here. Okay. I think it should be something like that. I'm not sure but I'll see. And now I'll go back to my service. I have repository now. And here I'll just pick function construct. You think when they implemented this cross-site promotion, they were like PHP Stone would change the way the constructor behaves when you create it, but they kind of didn't. It's same. It should automatically be like that, like this, something like this, right? Because you more likely gonna use parameters, not the body. Maybe there is some setting somewhere, but I don't know. I didn't use it. I will call it file repository here, and I'll upload file, and I will need also my bucket here. And I didn't add any interfaces for file uploads yet, so I'll just do private s3 here. Caps lock is up. Okay, I think it's down now. Okay, it is. Private s3. I'll just call it s3. Okay. Now let's just do everything I need to upload a file here. So first, I need to do things. I need to upload the file to the local and apply it to the s3 bucket. And I also need to create file name and other popular fields. So basically here I'll just create file name, but I already have that under my controller, so I'm just gonna wait, why is that empty? Just a second. Oh no, right, yeah, my mistake. I have used router controller and a file upload controller before this. Just a second. Here we go. Alright, I already have my file name generation. Here is gonna be same as there. Same as here, so file upload service. It's gonna be my file name, and this is upload file. I just call it file, just to avoid this confusion. This is file. Oh, this is I used the Gazelle one. Okay, I used the wrong one. I need this one. Okay, so get extension, get this, and this is my file name. And now also, basically that's all that I need. And now I'll also do database transaction. Facades, begin transaction. Yeah, I got that one. And now I'm going to do try catch. Any exception that comes is fine. Here, and now I just do my uploads and everything I need to do for the file. Now this is going to be just a file repository now. So this to file repository to create, and I'm just gonna pass my file. I also need to pass file name. Okay. Oh, wait, I just use Gazelle here. No, I didn't. The value. Because you need a parameter. Okay, now fileable here. Basically it's auth user, but I will send the fileable into upload method here. So basically I will just add here model fileable in future. We'll be saying now it's just gonna be user, but in future I will just be a bit more future proof at the moment. So this is file name. So begin transaction, and I need to set multiple outputs. I need to set file, I need to set fileable, and I need to set file name also. Let's use this as a small caps. It's usually not camel case, so let's keep it this way, keep it all over. And now create, and also after I create it, I will also upload it to S3 bucket. To create, and key is gonna be file name, and path is gonna be uploaded file to get, not get extension, to get real path. It's called this. This is basically what this temporary file uploaded. I don't need permanent file upload local storage because there's gonna be permanent upload in cloud. And now catch exception. It just debug all back, and basically I don't do anything with this exception. I'm not gonna propagate it back to the. Actually, maybe I will propagate it back. I will just rethrow it here. Throw away after I roll back my transaction. And after I do everything of this, this is for the upload. Basically, let me see. I may return just this file uploaded from the repository. It's gonna be uploaded file. Just go db file. Let's call it db file because it's the file set to database. And I will just return db file here. Because this will say db file maybe doesn't exist because it's not pronounced. It's not here because it's in try catch. So to avoid that, I will just declare db file here. I'll put it as a null, so it's not declared. And now we're gonna do db file, and this is gonna be file. And of course it's the file. That's it. Actually no, I don't need this because this is throw here. So this db file definitely gonna be here because if exception is thrown, it won't get past this, right? If it's not thrown, it will continue, but if it's thrown, it will roll back and they will throw it again. It will never get here. So this db file will definitely be declared. Okay, so this is it basically. Now I just need to work on my logic to upload file to the current file repository, to the current table onto database, and now I need to set this string file name here because I'm missing that one. Alright, and now I'm gonna work on upload logic. Let me get a sip of my coffee. I need a bit of a fuel. It's very rare coffee. I drink like coffee, like some milk, and I also got some cocoa in there. I used to usually, last time I put the cream, but this time I didn't. Okay, now here I just need. Let me just put. You can see my table, right? Let me just put this on my off screen so I don't have to. No, actually, I'll put it here to show you guys. Basically, now I just create new files, set everything I don't need. Yeah, I just need to do one more thing before I do anything more. This is here. You know what I'm gonna do, right? I already do that. Put all the properties here. ID, property, string file name. Next one is property. See the next. String original name, integer size. Size, okay. Next is string my type, string type. String created app stated that okay, I will do this fileable. This fileable is going to be this fileable here, and this actually going to be property. I don't know if we're gonna use it, but created updated that. I won't put it here. Maybe it's just created that. Property string created that. I may use created that from time to time. And now property this fileable. Now this can be model basically. Let's just put like model for now. And equals to fileable. Okay, like this. Okay, so now this is it. And now I can just save my file. Because now I have properties so I can use them. Okay, now let's just put them in the order. So I need to first attach the file name. Just check something. Can I generate file name? No, I can use my key, so I can generate it there. Okay, I need to do it like this. So okay, create and the browser file. Now I'm gonna set all the properties. File to file name equals file name. Next is file. Let me suggest it to me. No, I won't. I'm going in order. Same as the database. File to original name. This is gonna be uploaded file to get client original name dot. Now file to size. Upload the file get size. That's fine. I think the size is in what its size. Floats or integer, so it's probably in kilobytes or bytes. It's more like kilobytes. Doubt it's megabytes. It's in bytes. Okay. Well, okay, it's fine. I will leave it in bytes. So uploaded size. Next, MIME type. I have MIME type. I also get this from the file. Yeah, get client. No, not client MIME type. That won't work. Guess. Now, how do you get MIME type? Never, I already told you, I already said it in last time, never trust the client stuff, or client parameters to get file from the client side. Always calculate your own. MIME type to get default, yeah, that should be it. It's guess MIME type whenever it's a guess, it's calculated. So that's fine. Let's now next MIME type, edit size, edit type will be last. Edit's the last, original name size, MIME type, yeah, it's type. Now for type, hello, Ira was, did I spell correctly? I hope I did. I'm good, a bit tired, but I decided to do some kind of stream today, so yeah. How are you? Type. For type, I'll just put for now user. No, wait, how we call this one? Let's call it avatar. I will let them make this a bit more dynamically, but for now I'll just put it like this. And now fileable. Just file to fileable. I think it's attach, should be attach or associate. It's not. Let me just see how it's done with Laravel. Let's check what my options are. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear good. I had a busy day, so I am a bit tired. But I'm good enough to do the stream, I guess. I forget how I attach morphs. I think I should be able to attach it normally as associate. Just check something first in file. Is this really morph too? What are my options? I think it should be just morph, nothing else. Well, it's still going and it's going, well, be okay, I guess. Just going it step by step, so I think it could be just morph. Is there just morph option? There was. Let me just check. No, there's not. It's not known. It shouldn't be. Let me just check something with more Laravel documentation. That's not. This is relationships. Well, basic idea is to just present how well the let's say everyday day the random day in the life of a developer look like. So I'm just doing this basically the stuff I would do on my work, right? With specific tasks. At the moment, I'm doing the file uploads to AWS S3 bucket, and now I'm building service that will handle the multiple uploads on different sources or two different entities. Just to see, this is polymorphic, that should be it. And this should be one to many or many to one, so let's take this one. Morph 2, that's fine. Morph many, it's fine. Let me just check out the calls. Comment fine, post fine. This to morph many. Width fine, more fun. I'm just wondering how they are set. Should be then set same as the set for the standard files. So there should be any. Alright, just a second. Which game? From game streams. Today I'll probably do some Genshin Impact. But I play a lot of games. I don't have a specific one I play. So this is gonna be more. At the moment I play Expedition 33, bit of Rocket League and Hoiver's games. So Genshin, ZZZ and Starrel. I don't play Honkai Impact. But except that one or other Hoiver's games. And except that one with Pretty Boys. I don't know how it's called. I don't play that one either. Okay, so this should work just the same as it works for. We just check. This is file. File will have multiple filables. Okay. Alright, I need to. My mistake. I need to call it as a method. That's already. I just. That's not good. Just check my file. Fileable. Hopefully it's not, and it's not, it's fillable. Called different method. Okay, so now I can associate, I think. Yeah, I can. And this is gonna be my fileable. Now I have it. And now I'm just gonna do file. Just a second to finish this, then I'll see the comment. To save, I'm just gonna get to file. And this should be it. I think it's been like a week and a few days, something like that. Yeah, week and a half, something like that. So not long at all. Okay, now this is it. I have my file and upload to our AWS is already taken care of. Let me just check again to my service. Yeah, this is it. Now fileable needs to be okay. Now for this file upload controller, for the moment, I will just adjust it to work with file. Actually, I won't. I will do the complete adjustment right away. So private. I think it's file upload service. It is. File upload service. Yeah, that's fine. Now this could be of course be invocable. Alright. And I have request. I'll just use request for now. No, I don't need that one. My goal, to be honest, I don't have a specific goal. I just stream because, well, I like programming, it's fun, and basically I'm programmer for a long time now, so I can share something I learned with people. This is not a bad way to do it. for free. That's basically my only goal. Let me see how will I do this. Let me just think a bit how I'm gonna do this one. Now I need to make my fileable. Fileable will depend on when I upload. Let me just check, see how I do that. So we have files. I'm gonna upload files to different entities. It is gonna be the fileable. So I need to create basically loaded by some ID. So I use fileable ID. I need to put repository that I fileable will be and just upload the entity by ID. Okay, so for now I'll just basically use fileable to be my auth user, and then I'll just implement that bit later. Yeah, I'm a programmer. I work for like professional, let's say 9 years now, I think. No, I'm not. I'm perfectly fine with how it is, so I don't have any plans to do that at the moment. But thank you for asking. I'll just use fileable as uploaded file. Upload my as my authenticated user at the moment. So that will be my fileable at the moment. So out. I did inject it, yeah, of course. Support for states and be user. And that's gonna be my fileable at the moment. And I will just type in this as a user, so my store knows this is a model. Fileable. Okay. And my file is gonna be, yeah, that one. I'll just call it file now, not avatar, just file. And now I'm just gonna call my service. And I did rethrow the exception. Alright, I kind of have a sense they will be digital artists. I kinda get a lot of digital artists here. Who knew? We have some on work too, when, well, they are basically designers, but I think it's similar way of work. No, sorry, thank you for offering again. I don't need any of the, let's say, white labeling for my channel. If I do, I'll probably do it myself, so, but thank you for offering again. Hope you find like have a luck and find many clients here, but for me, I really don't need that kind of services at the moment, so thank you for offering, but no. Thanks. Okay, so let's put this in the try catch then. Again, catch. It's funny how when you develop in different languages, it affects you. For example, with PHP, I wouldn't do this try catch here before, but since I started working in Python, I do them. Okay, so file, let's just call this db file equals this, yeah. Let me just check upload. I need my file and my fileable. Yeah, okay, so fileable is gonna be fileable. And I just do this to see the bit a little bit. I mean, it's so very clear what it is from names, but let's just do it like this. And if I have an exception, I'm gonna just get to a new JSON response here. New JSON. Okay, I'll have in mind if I ever need to. Thank you for our offer and have a nice day. Or feel free to stay if you want to watch some coding. But I'm pretty sure you're busy working for another client, so good luck, man. And I hope you find a lot of them here. JSON response, and let's just say here db file. Okay, I think I can convert this to array, or I'm gonna serialize it. I just do this db file. It's a model, so it should be arrayable. Yikes. Yeah, PHP Mario, it's a camel case. It's not snake case. I mean, it can be snake case. by convention is camel case. File to array. Okay, let's check this upload. So did I return the file? Oh, it's nullable. Check why do I actually return this one. Do I know this file? You should know that it's file. Okay, so this is not it. What's the problem here? Alright, because now I did here I to an empty array without any responses, and I'll just return JSON response, and this is gonna be in this case let's go just 500. Oh no, this is by name, set on a server error. This one. Okay, I actually might do some kind of message here. So I'll do this error. No, let's go with message. And just go with get message like this. Okay, if everything okay, I'm just gonna return a JSON response. I think it will actually serialize my model automatically, because it's model. I'm pretty sure the JSON response has some way to serialize models, so I won't do anything here, and I will just leave it like this, and this is gonna be JSON response. Alright, so at the moment it will be like this, right? So I will just use this fileable to be auth user. I will change this later in the next iteration after this one, but for now I'll just leave it user to be here. And of course I'll grab file, which is file now, is no more avatar, is general file now, and I will use general service which will eventually upload any file like this. So eventually upload any file. For now it's just avatars, but this is how basically making to upload any file. It's indifferent to files, so basically what this means, this service doesn't care which file comes to its way. It will upload anything, right, that comes its way. So that's the idea. So it's different to file. Doesn't care about file types. So deploy it to database, upload it to S3, and just return the file. And that file then is going to be presented back to the user, to the whoever uploads that file. So here, just return, and I'm pretty sure this will be serialized immediately. So I will just leave it this way. Okay, so let me just now, I would like to say test it. I need the route, but I can't actually test it because I don't have one more crucial part of my application to test this. I will do this after I will have group users. I will add another group here. This will be files here, group files, and I'm just add these uploads, and this is just gonna be file upload controller, or how it's already called. I will call it that way, right? Well, upload file controller, how did I call it? File upload controller, okay. This one, and then it's gonna be just file upload. Okay, just add this to the file name and call it file upload. And this to not public const file upload, and I'll just call this the files upload like this. Okay, that's it. And now hammer out. It's not complete yet. I I will have some additional parameters here in the query, but for now I will just upload avatar. Let me just add another one. I'll call this type file. So much, just how they can start this route. Uploads, avatars. I'll call this let me just use this, just like this for now. How we're gonna construct this route a little bit later. For now, we'll just be like this, and now basically how everything to need to test this, except one thing. The last time I was also saying, yeah, but I'll have to take a little bit break. At the moment, I'll be back in like 10 minutes or so. I just forgot I had to do something real quick, so I have to take a little break. And I will tell you what I need to do after the break. So I'll be back in like about 10 minutes. So see you then, guys. Okay, just a second. Here I am. I was a little bit longer than 10 minutes, I think. I apologize. So I'm back. Now, let me see if was I. Okay, so file controller, I do this. Okay, now my file upload is ready, basically. This iteration of it at least. And now, one thing I forgot, right? I have means to authenticate the user, which is all this out part of controllers here. But I don't have any way to recognize the authenticated user on my platform, and that's something I need to create now. Basically, how to recognize the user, user will need to send the token to the backend, and then API will recognize by the token. Token that's issued when the login endpoint is called, so it's gonna be issued here. Here, right, when this controller is called, then the token will be issued, and that token needs to be passed to the backend with API, each API call that is to the protected routes. So routes that basically need the user, the required user to be authenticated. Okay, so let me just do that now. I'll do that through middleware because Laravel natively does this with middleware, and I will also for my custom system I'm also gonna use middleware. So let's say artisan make enough. If I did spell this correctly, I don't know. I give middle or maybe actually this. No, it's not. It's missing one D. Middle I think I did spell it correctly. I think. How I call this one? Laravel native is called auth, so I'm gonna call this custom out there. Yeah, call it like this. Look at that, I actually spelled it correctly. I know I need to register it middleware now. There's multiple middlewares. No, actually I don't need to register it, I can just use it. But yeah, I'm just gonna use it basically in groups that I want. Just and then you can create alias for middleware. I think this is done. Although I need to register middleware server, I forgot how that works in the Laravel. Up middleware void, with middleware with exception, middleware here. I'll just check what that middleware has on its of its methods. What this has? Why do you have to? What do you have to give me? I can register it to the global middlewares, to the API, to the web. I can append it to something. Session get middlewares. Do I need to put here? Or I can just put it in the route. I can put alias here, and how the alias works. Ref middlewares. Okay, so I'll put this custom out. And I'm gonna call it just this custom out, right? Add middle custom out, and it's gonna be it. I think that's enough. And I think I need to register it if I don't add it automatically to some of the groups, which I don't. I just wanna use it directly on the routes, so it should be fine. Okay, so now. Okay. Thank you for offering. I don't need views. Not. I mean, I don't need to buy views. So thank you. Anyways, okay, so this is it. And now I'm just gonna put this immediately on my routes. Then I'm gonna create a logic file. So I'll just have this new route group route. I'll call this middleware here, and I'm using it by alias. It's gonna be no, it's called this one. It's maybe I should just call it. No, I'm just calling it as I did. It's gonna be custom out and group. And all the groups that need authentication will go here. This avatars I'm not gonna use, so I'm just gonna leave it where it is, and this file upload will use authentication, so I'm just gonna put it here. Now this custom files will apply to all routes in the group files, so on every other basically I'll put a lot more of the groups or routes in here, but they'll have protected me from custom middleware, and basically they'll need to go through the authentication process, and authentication process will be defined in this middleware. Let me just check where that middleware is. Middleware, models, mail, maybe it is here in HTTP, custom out, and it's gonna be request middleware, so it goes here. And now basically I just need to take out header and get token and get user by that token and log in that user. So I need here public function construct. Okay. Apologize. It was a long day. Okay. Now private user repository. I'll just call it repository. Will be only one here. Actually, no. I will need user token repository, not user repository. Like this. Okay, just remove this one. I will need user repository here because I will get my from the token. Okay, now from one function, first I need to get token from header. Apologies. So private function get out token from header. Let's just be specific on our pass request. So now token header, basically token is going to token string is going to be 2x header, and I'll just use request header authorization, this one. And now I expect it to be a bearer. I will just put this default is now okay. Now there's no header, so there's no token. If token string identical to null, and of course I need to put this in the brackets, like this. So if there's no, then I'm just gonna can actually get to now. I'm gonna throw exception here. Throw new HTTP exception. Yeah, that's actually good. Response unauthorized and message gonna be unauthorized. That's gonna be it. And if there is header, then yeah, I'm gonna get a token string. Let's go with the string now because I'm gonna have string from header. If there is header, now I need to have two possibilities. Now I need to have a quite no, let's say this. Okay, make this type token string. Is going to be explode token string, right? Because it's a bear token, it's that kind. And now if token string, I can put it like this, not equals to hello Linnea, I think. Hello Linnea. I'm good. If I didn't send this wrong, if I send the name wrong, please correct me. Identical to 1. I'm gonna return the return token string from now I'm gonna return it from basically 0. If it's not, I'm gonna return it from the just got token string of the count token string -1, so last one. Actually no, I don't need this one, I just need to return the last one of these ones, right? Because could be bear token and some other things, so just go to the last one. Whatever it is in front, just go to the last one. Oh, it's going okay. It's going fine. Thank you for asking. This is now we're gonna be token string. Yeah, the last one's gonna be token. And okay, now token string. It's gonna be this to get the token string from header, and I'm gonna put request here. Now token string. Now I get my token. Just a second. I will answer some second to do this. This to token repository, just repository. To find by string. Find by string, and I'll put my token string here. Now if there's no token, it's possible that I cannot find it, so just how do I handle that one? Oh, it's used, true. This is not going to expires, that's fine. So this is expired. So it's a try catch, okay. So token string try. So it can be expired, it's never gonna be used, but it's possible if tokens are basically invalidated by that command I explained in a few streams ago, then it can be used, but it's possible. It probably won't be. Catch, and any exception that comes, it's fine. Actually, let me just check which is thrown. HTTP exceptions are thrown. And find bias chose HTTP, I think. Let's just see, yup. So on HTTP, some exception that's not, let's say, let's not expected, let's not handle it, let it pass. So we'll get exception. HTTP exception, E, and now, if that happens, I just again I will throw new HTTP exception here, and again it's gonna be unauthorized, so I'm gonna response not server error, it's gonna be unauthorized, and also return message. Whenever message is here, I'm just gonna return it. So now I have my token, so I get my user equals token to user, and I'm just gonna log in this user. Of course, it's possible that there's no user. It shouldn't be, but yeah, I'm sorry. I already told you that I will answer a bit later, but okay, again, because I'm now in the code, I'm thinking about code. But let me see. Maybe you didn't hear me. Apologize. I did tell I will answer a bit later. Yeah, any other games besides this? Any other programming games? I do play Python too. It's in PHP. I do play Django. No, I'm just joking. Games, yeah, I play most of the Horowitz games. So Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, CCZ, Expedition 33 at the moment. Also play a lot of Rocket League at the moment just to unwind. I may actually do stream later about Rocket League or Genshin. I'll see after this one. But I don't know yet. I'll see what will I play later. Even if I will do, if I'm not too tired to do another stream later. Yeah, so that's the plan, I think, for today. So now if talking to user, now user shouldn't be now for token will show if I use this. I don't need to handle this basically. There will always be the user, so I just need to use auth login here and login, and I'll do my user here. And now this user is an user that basically is let me see, extends authenticable. Okay, authenticable. So okay, so I think I will just do this because at the moment I won't have any issues with that, but I might have issues. Well, I don't have issues. I won't do use PHP stan in my free time. No way. So let me just 5 middle is back. I think I had it open, so when looking there, I should look up. Well, it probably escaped me. Here we go. But I will still do this as an authenticable. Authenticable, this one I think is. Okay, so login doesn't accept authenticable. That's weird. Why do accept? Alright, session guards. Vendor should be session guard. Authenticable contract. Let me see that one now. Yeah, it is. It's that one. It's illuminate the contracts out. Oh, okay. So it's not in the contract out. Okay, let me just check. Contract out. Which one I did here? Illuminate out authenticable. Okay, the wrong one, I guess. Input class, illuminate contracts out authenticable. Now it's fine. Basically it will be this. Let me just check. It should be this. Let's see what implements it. Yeah, user extends authenticable, which is basically out user. Interesting. Extends it. So extends foundation user. Implements, right? I think I always when you see it like this, I always think there are traits. Yeah, it's sentable contract. So basically, one of contacts is that one. So I can call it by it. Just a quick note: if I don't answer you right away when you write something, sometimes I just get solving some problems with the code. I will not even saw your comments, and if I see them, I will tell you if I can answer you right away. I will answer later because I'm working on something in code. Sometimes you just get deep into code and it's kind of tough to do something else. Okay, so this is it for that one. Wait, I'll get back to it just a sec to confirm I did everything. Yeah, I did. So I get my token string if there is. It should be if they're not unauthorized. I get the token by string, even exception, or again show unauthorized because token can be expired, used on someone it's not being even there. So that's again unauthorized, and now I have my user and I just log in the user. Let's check it's unauthorized the right way. This is unauthorized, this is not unauthorized because I have some kind of token. HTTP, this will be forbidden. This is my name, guys. This is my name. That's why I gave myself the name. I'm always forbidden, so I'm forever alone. They always forbade me. They gave me 403 every time. That's why that's my name. But that's where my name comes from. Okay. This will be forbidden. Okay, so this is it. And now I have this. And now I can use that middleware. I already did actually. And now when I did it, now I have my file uploads and I can just test the code now because I have everything that I need. First I need to do login and then I can test my code. Apologies, I think I already have login somewhere. Yeah, here it is. I already tested it. I think this should be my password. I have no idea, to be honest. It should be. So just gonna use auth login. Okay. Let's do that one. Yeah, here's my user and this is my access token. I'm actually put expiry here. I didn't do that. I'll maybe do that a bit later. I mean, when you okay, just another experience thing. If when you see in your code something you didn't do, and you think this is important, I do that later. Don't do it later. Do it right away, because you will probably forget to do it later. Reason being, you will have another task, another box or something in your code. You completely forget about it and you won't do it. At least write it down so you know do it. And I'm not gonna do it later. I'm gonna do it right now so I don't forget about it. So here in my token, access token when I log in. Just a second to find my login controller so I can do this. Here we go. Just expands, login expands DTO. Okay, use a token. This token repository. Let me check what I did it here. I have create token, to token. And okay, so an access token, I also need to add one more thing. This will be private. This is gonna be integer. Expires in that one. This is for access token, and now my access token actually is going to. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it separately. Here. This is gonna be my access token. Again, I'm doing the snake case. I just getting used to Python these days. Python convention now, the snake case, PHP's camel case. And now I have this access token, and I will do access token to token from that object. I'll now put to the variable token, and now expires in. I think access token has the expires at property. I think. Check. Yeah, expires at. So I need to difference from now to. No, wait, it expires. So this is gonna be carbon. I'm gonna support carbon now. This is in. It's gonna be a long while. So let's just go add. Let's go days, because access token will have a lot of days. Token to expires in. No, name, no. Diff. I need to difference in what. Let's go in days. Expires in. It's like a difference, and now I do this to timestamp. Just go diff in days. I don't know if you mean anything drop down. It was this in the diff in days returns. Oh, it was the float. So I need to cast it to timestamp. Carbon now. Maybe I have diff. Do I have diff timestamp? What this one does? There are floats. Again floats. Unit. Again float. Yes, carbon interval. Days filtered. I think they're returning. I think what it's like days should be returning, but it's just UTC. I don't have any timestamps here. ISO should be maybe timestamp, but it's not. Okay, now I'll do this in days, but I'm just gonna cast it to timestamp. How I forgot how to do this in PHP. Just a second. I think it's set to time. I think. Now this is just. I can do it like this. If I want to cast it to timestamp, it needs to be date. Now I have a difference in the floats. Okay, now this is in days, so let's just convert this manually to. I want to convert it in. Yeah, I'm gonna convert it seconds. So this is in days. So I wanna get minutes. I need to go from to 6 to 24 to hours. Let's go diff in. Actually, I can do diff in seconds. Why I'm thinking like this? Yeah, actually, I need to go diff in seconds. So this is gonna go like seconds. Seconds is basically the standard way to return expires in. So I just do like this while I'm thinking about it, lol. Okay, so this is it, and this is it, and I have now my refresh token, and now to suggest and serialize, and I just need to return expires in, and now let me see. Now let's log in again. Why is your value 0? But now defeat seconds token expires in. Oh, can you substitute by value 0? Just sec. See tokens expire second. I did generate this token. This token blah blah should be generated. Where is expires in? Expires at, so there should be differences here. The different seconds. Alright, and no, it should be fine. Let me just see what this different seconds does. No, it's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Let me just try to reverse it, but I don't think the expires in returns what actually should be string. Why have expires in? It expires at, lol. Okay, never mind. We look properties correctly. It expires at and expires in, yeah, just difference. Okay, now it should be fine. Yeah, now it's fine. I think I could calculate it, but I think this should be 3 months worth. Okay, now I have my token. And let me just go here and now use just files here. And this type is going to be avatars. I will just work this type in just a second. Authorization. And this is gonna be better. And my token. So this is my token. Content content type. Yeah, this is parameters. Now I'm seeing why I don't have any offerings. Authorization. Okay. And now I'm just gonna from params get this one better. Token. Alright, I have it like this. Okay. Now I just body is avatar, but now it's file. Okay, and I just see another thing on my controller very quickly. Avatar upload controller. Here's gonna be type here. It's not nullable, it needs to be sent. And now extend with this upload avatar. Okay, that's the wrong controller. Yeah, right. It's not that controller, it's file upload controller now. Here again, string avatar. String type and avatar. This is gonna be now avatar. And fileable also need to add one more, that's type, and it's gonna be type. Now let's just add it on upload, model and string type. And now two more things here, except these avatars now have another S here, and now I will add type here. this type is going to be my prefix on the AWS, and also I'm gonna send let's just check this type here, or type is always gonna be the first in the name. Maybe I don't have a send as a variable, maybe I can extract it from file name, because it's gonna be always type slash random integer underscore time and that extension, so type always gonna be the first one in the file. Apologies, so I can do create, and I just can extract my type here, and type equals no, I need to just do file name parts like this. It's gonna explode file name, and I'm gonna explode it on slash. And now my type is going to be file name parts. Oh, the actual 0, because it's gonna be always the first one inside. So that's gonna be my type now. And everything else is fine. Now I don't need to send it now. I just want to use it like this. So I did this type here, and now in file name I always get type as a first parameter and explode it on the slash or the directory separator. So it's gonna be types, and next time gonna be actual name, and that's it. Now I can try to test this. Now let's see first the authentication work. My route should be correct. Let me just check another time. API routes, API custom out, so file slash uploads slash type. I didn't put uploads here. File slash uploads, and my type now is gonna be avatars. Okay, I will leave it like that for now. And my authentication for now is gonna be same for the file, because it's avatar. So let's just from this user request, I'm gonna create another one. It's gonna be file request. I should just make upload request. I can make request. It's gonna be upload request. Alright. Upload request. Authorize is always true, because authorization, if needed, will be done elsewhere. So it's always a true. And my rules, we just have one array here, and my rules are gonna be same as the upload avatar for now. This is user request here, and my rules for avatar rules are gonna be these ones. So I'm just gonna put them here, and then this is gonna be file, not avatar. Auto upload. No, just upload request. Here we go. Just check, is this correct? Now I'm missing the closed parenthesis here, and this is gonna be file like this. So required now it's for now. Okay, well, I'm here duplicate fragment. That's fine. For now, it's just like this, because it will be just avatar for now, but I will adjust it later to be more general. So now for this file upload controller for validation, I'll have upload request here. Alright, this should be it. Now this is going to be validated as the avatar. Let me just remove this from the user request, this file upload avatar rules. Actually I'll leave, for now I'll remove everything when I remove avatar completely. Okay, so that's it, and now let's just test this, see what happens. Yeah, I have everything I need. It's post. I think it's post. I did put post, right? It should be post. It's post. Okay, so let's just check it then. And immediately something's wrong. Where base repository 13, what? Base repository 35. That's just weird. Repositories, base repository 35. Okay, something's not found. Yeah, I did this wrong. I already know it's not really scamming, but I did this wrong. Yeah, like, of course I did this because I forget to do it there. Okay, that's it. And messages. Lol, again. I again did it the wrong way. Never mind. So this is the code, and message is going to be next one. I'll just do it like this, model not found, and that's it. Okay, so let me just check if I did it. Yeah, I did it here too. Okay, like this, and did it anywhere else. Yeah, also did it here. I replace positions of code and message. Alright, now let me see what's not found. Where pipeline, server, pipeline, router, middleware, pipeline, validate something, pipeline. Yeah, I missed it. Maybe it's on this one. No, it's not. Ah, this is master custom out 31. So you didn't find the token, that's not possible. Maybe I put the wrong one. I just see custom out 31. Oh, something's here. Let me just dd into message. Let's see which one is not found. I mean, that's a message. dd. No, wait, there's only one that says more than not found. In this one, find by string, and that's the actual token string not found. Yeah, this is token ID used, token expired, and this is only one more than not found, which means they can found token by this token string. Let me see headers again. They put the string correctly. Do I have some empty spaces? No, I don't. Let me see. 77W. Oh, this doesn't belong. Which type of string is this? 77W. That's fine. Which I copy it again from here. And one more thing I can try. That's just here. Let me just try one thing here. Let me just check this string. Maybe this is not correct. E, okay. Let me check here. Authorization token string. Explode token string on empty. Token type string. Okay, token type string on token type string count -1. Now it should be fine. Right, now it's fine. Okay, now give this another shoot. Oh, now I have no column original name field list. Let me just check this one on my original file name. That's fine. Let me check where did it get wrong. I think I know where it get wrong. Yeah, I get wrong here. And now I need to just correct it in the repository. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh. For repository here. Okie dokie. Size. Okay, let's now give this another shoot. And now we have something. File name. Okay, I guess it was fileable. I don't want it to get unfileable, but I can basically. Actually, let me see. Do I want fileable? No, not really. Upload file. Return me the file. And just need idea of the fileable. Well, I have to create resources for this. Let me check everything else. Yeah, well, these two will always be hidden, so I just put them as a think will be protected fields in the on the model. Fileable ID also gonna be protected. These other ones will be returned. And fileable, let's just keep this fileable ID here, and model will be just completely returned, completely ignored. Now let's just pay attention to these two fields for a second. Files. I have only one file database at the moment. I don't. Did I forget to put save here? No, I didn't. So file should be saved, which means it was rollbacked. Which means AWS probably failed for some reason. Let me just check here. No, actually, exception will be thrown if there was an exception. No, I only have to go to my AWS account console to see if file was uploaded. So I get to console. It is root account. Okay. Password is saved, and I will need 2FA. That's a lot of services. 5481. Welcome to my AWS account. Still, there's some traffic, but there's no still charges. I'm out of my history of my free trial, so yeah, it can be charged. This one, avatars, when were those uploaded? It's today 28. It is, so it is uploaded. So there were no exceptions. And why is not here? Let me just remove this file from the AWS. Yes, I'm going to remove both of them actually. This is idiotic what they do here with this type permanent delete. Could be just checkbox and you're good to go. Just to not accidentally delete anything, put checkbox and you're fine. Okay, let me just do this again. Now this should be here. Objects. Just go back to see. Yeah, it's avatars and it's here. I can't see it, but it's here. And it's not in database, it's not saved. Why not saved? Okay, my guess maybe this should be here, but there's no exceptions. I will just throw it. He did it, but I don't think there's any exceptions. If occurs, to get message, but I don't think there are any exceptions. because there will be rollback active the receptions, so but the reception will be reach wrong. I don't think I catch. Do I catch this? Oh, I catch it here. But if I catch it here, this response will be returned, not this one. So I'm fine by this. At least I should be. Let me just try this another time. Yeah, I'm good. There's no exceptions. Okay, then when you ain't saved here, and now I do file, upload here file name and fileable. Okay, now file name, fileable, file to save. Yeah, it should be saved here. Now, why isn't that's kind of pickle now? Yeah, this is empty. File is returned with fileable, so everything's set. There's ID. Lol, there's even ID. This saved. I do have commit, or did I forget commit? Maybe I forgot to put commit in my controller. In my upload service. Yes, I did. That's when it's saved. You are created, but you're not saved to database because there's no commit. Now you should be fine. Yep, there you are. Okay, so I have everything I need here now. Now the potential to this too. Now this is how to morph in Laravel works, at least in one-to-many relationships. Many-to-many is a bit more complicated, but not too much. So this belongs to fileable with ID 5, and that fileable is user. So this says this two field says to me and to Laravel, hey Laravel, this file here belongs to user with ID 5, right? So it belongs to this user. To Rimmer Tempest, to my boy Rimmer. So this avatar belongs to Rimmer, in other words. And now I will upload another avatar for user. Same for the user, it will be user fileable 6, app modus user fileable 7, blah blah blah. And if I now upload avatar, some image, say I have post in my application, post have images. So if this image belongs to post, it will be app models post and post ID that it belongs to. And it can be multiple models with multiple IDs. IDs are not unique, not models, not file types, not fileable IDs, but combination of these two keys is unique, right? They can never be two same combinations of file type, of fileable ID, and fileable type, but these two fields by itself are not unique. So basically, this tells me which ID on which model. Laravel will recognize which file belongs to which model by these two fields. That's how morphs work. If I didn't have morph, I'll have this will be user ID. I'll maybe have I don't know, post ID, maybe comment ID, and I don't know what ID. Put images for. Maybe some kind of product ID, or maybe some kind of column ID, or whatever the image will belong to. With morph, all those ID fields are just reduced to two columns. Okay, and now I have my. Now let's see what we can do about this one. I don't need this. I don't need to have a fileable. I will just leave this fileable ID here. So from beginning, I need to have protected field and put all the fields I don't need from the model. I guess I could create resource, JSON resource, but still won't need it. Here, just let me check user to see exactly how it works. Hidden, right? So it's protected, hidden. Okay, let's just copy paste it here and go to back to my file, and this is gonna be hidden. And now I'm gonna hide definitely fileable and file type. I think I can handle these two differently, but I'll just put them into hidden also. It's protected that, created that is gonna be hidden. No, let's just update that. Created that I'll return. Object type is gonna be hidden and fileable type is gonna be hidden. So fileable object dot definitely fileable. E is gonna be unfileable type. Alright, these three fields are going to be hidden. So create a dot fileable type. ID I'll put ID back, so there's no which ID this file belongs to. Actually, fileable type is also useful. Yeah, it's useful by this. I should actually return fileable an ID. But if I wanna do that, I will have to use, well, some kind of resources. I wanna avoid that for now. Let's just leave fileable ID, fileable type for now, because this can be recognized which model belongs to and which is ID. Let's for now leave those two on. So I will leave fileable type and just hit these two. And I just redo this. Why is fileable still here? It's possible like, yeah, I can't hit it because it's not filled under. Oh. It's not a field on the model, it's a relation. There's a few ways I could handle this. But let's do JSON resource. This is the way the Laravel handles it by default. Oh, well, let's just leave it for now like this. I won't do this now. Let's just leave it. Okay, let's return entire fileable here, and also return the file information and entire information of every object is fileable. So here, this is now my user. Let's just leave it like this for now, and I'm gonna fine tune this response bit later because I wanna finish the entire logic now for the file uploads. So yeah, let's leave it just now. And okay, so now how might this upload? Now let's just do. No, this is done for file. For avatars, this works fine. Basically, it will work fine for any type of upload, right? It will work fine for any type of upload, but with some restrictions. Restrictions being the fileable is only restricted now for the user because I did put this manually here. So here, my fileable is out user. Now this needs to be dynamic. Cannot be like hardcoded here as out user. It needs to be dynamic. So that's one thing. And second thing, this type is already dynamic. Okay, so basically type is dynamic. Only thing that needs to be dynamic now is this fileable. And it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get, but I'll show you how it can be done. And second thing that needs to be dynamic is this an upload request, these validation rules, right? They cannot be just for avatar, they needs to be dynamically implemented depending on which type of file is sent. So let me see, will I do that now? I will leave that for next stream. Now it's 10 p.m. here. Let me see how much time do I have to work on this. I think I have enough time. Now let's see how much energy I have to work on this. Energy check. Yeah, where is my charger? I need to put myself to charging. Maybe that neat. If we could like just put charger inside and charge your batteries, right? You don't have to sleep, just charge yourself and move on. That would be neat. No sleeping. I mean, food is kind of charging, and coffee is kind of charging, but it's not the same time. It's not the same thing than like battery charging. Sleep is charging, but you have to be like out for 8 hours. Well, not necessarily 8. I'm usually out for. Okay, 8 hours. Out for 8 hours. to recharge. We don't have supercharge, fast charging, right? We're not like 120 watts. We are like maybe 8 hours. Jesus, that's 5 watts, 10 watts maybe. We charge for 8 hours. Okay, so I have this, and now to make this dynamic, let me check. Yeah, I will have this type. I can use that. But I also need to have ID on the fileable I need to want to use, and that it needs to be sent by the request. Okie dokie. Yeah, we need another middleware for this. We're not gonna inject the actual model into the route, into the controller. I'll try to do that. Yeah, alright, this is page. This is Laravel. I need to see how Laravel does this. I don't know how to do that in Symfony, but I need to check how to do this in Laravel. I think it's probably doable, but I need to check this. Okay, so I have this, and I could do it to controller, but then it will be a little bit too much logic on controller. Maybe, so I need this, and I need to basically load the model. That's the only thing I'm missing, and these rules. You see these rules now. We'll load them directly. We'll always have the MIME type. Yeah, we always have the MIME type validation and ratio validation, basically. So these ratio validations can be done by callbacks. So I can put callbacks when I'm gonna do, but I put callbacks, then it can use can have constant. I mean, I can have constant class. Callback can be put into a return by static method. This could work. I need to have files. Okay, so I need to know the owners. Types, by type I'm gonna return the repository of the owner, and I'm gonna put ID into the request. I don't need to put owner variable, I just need to put the type of it, and owner will automatically assign, depends on the type, and also the validation will automatically assign, depends on the type. MIME types are easy to assign. Now this callback function could be a little bit harder to assign. Okay, but it should be fine. Well, even validate ratio for most of them. For most of them, want size level, MIME types for ratio, probably not for most of them. So this needs to be conditional. This part needs to be conditional. Okay, so basically, yes, I'll have rules here as an array, and then I'll add condition, and if it's condition true, I will just do this. This basically will be the most of the logic, this and the middleware. So let me just work this for avatars for beginning. These rules, this will be another class. Now it will be constant class. It should be constant class. I put it here in the constants. Oh, sorry, I do getting pretty much tired now. Maybe I'll do this class for the validation, and then I'll be done for today. I like work today, 8 hours. It was solid 8 hours of work today on work, and yeah, I'm doing like this now. I'm kind of getting tired. PHP class, and it's gonna be file upload constraints. Well, I'll call it constraints. Constraints, okay, that's like this. Constraints, fine. It's gonna be class. First, this should be have types. Maybe I should put this list types. let's just go this name this into types. File upload types. Okay, let's do it like this. And for now, just have one public const, and type is gonna be avatars. It's gonna be plural, just because of the uh, entire configuration of this feature. I put plural, so I'll just leave it plural. It doesn't really matter, and it better sounds in the database than in the AWS if it's plural. Avatars, and it's gonna be avatars. And now I'm just gonna do few public static functions. Function first is gonna be repository by type, and this is gonna be fileable repository. Let's just call it fileable repository. Then fileable repository, and it's gonna take type, and it's gonna have match here. For now it just be on one type, but okay. Just I know this will be a bit big chunk of logic, just bear with me, you'll see what happened in the end. Okay, now we have self avatars and repository that I will have there. I'm just gonna put class here. It's gonna be user repository class. Okay, no, I need this. Let me remove this one. Okay, and by default it's gonna be just new exception. This is one argument, but this will be HTTP exception. Status gonna be 5. It's not gonna be a server error. It's gonna be printf unknown file type. Yeah, fun upload type. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this will be it. And now another one, public. Just a second, I have a phone call. Apologize, I got a phone call. I'm back now. So this is gonna be validation constraints. Also type. And here now as you see a to match type. Okay. And yeah, self avatars, but this is not correct. And now this is going to be array of the constraints that I have for the avatar. Now let me just check how do I do this. If I turn entire constraint array, we're gonna do something differently. I will return array, but alright, I'm gonna apply request just a second. So I have MIME types here. I have MIME types here. Let me check. I do have size here. I do have a ratio check, which is gonna be callback. Hmm. required is definitely gonna be always required. Yes, okay. I think I know how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna separate this into MIME types, into size, and into ratio. If ratio is set, just check. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, so basically I'll do this in steps. Let me just go back to here actually, and here I'll have MIME types or MIME. Just call it MIME, and this is going to be array. And I'm just gonna put all mimes here. Now these are these mimes. And now I just gonna just do size. And I'm gonna put size I need. That's 2000 kilobytes. And also I'm gonna put here a ratio. Okay, and this is going to be now, this is gonna be the bigger one, because I need to put this callback here. Let me just check. Yeah, because now not all files gonna be have ratio check, so I need to put it like this. So ratio will return callback. This is basically it. I'm just gonna do this a little bit. No, actually, if there are many, yeah, I'm gonna do this private function. This has to be static function. Get avatar ratio constraints. Here we go, nothing here. And just gonna return this basically, this callback here. Return, and I'm gonna just put this here. So this callback is gonna be returned. I think this is called closure basically, but let me see. Can I get in closure? No, I can't. I can only get in callable, and this will be callable. Why do I have this here? What are you telling me here? Oh wait, I am missing. Didn't completely copy it. I'm missing one close parenthesis here, like this. Yeah, this is callbacks. I need to put comma here. Alright, that's it. Now I just need to do this, and ratio will be self get out the constraints, and that's it. It's gonna return array, and this is gonna return string, and this is it. And now I'm gonna go to my upload, and now constraints equal file upload types to validation constraints. It's gonna be no, this is the route parameter type, so it's gonna be this to route type, like this. So this is gonna be my constraints, and now this file require this here. This file now will be here, and this is gonna be constraints mime, and it's gonna be constraint size, And now this is gonna be it. By itself. And this is gonna be now validation. Now I'm just gonna call them rules actually. It's gonna be like this. And now if constraints or the ratio, if we just could do is set if exists, and if it's not null, so it's set. Constraints of ratio, then I'm gonna have my rules. What file? Almost. Let me just see here. Have rules of file. Yeah, it's just array with. It just can be next basically, and it's going to be constraints of ratio. And now I'm just gonna return rules. That's it. That's how file upload. For now, the rules are dynamic. I load them by type, which is present in the route, and then get mime, get size, and get the constraints if necessary, depending on the file type. Okay. Now this is fine, and now upload request will work fine. Now I have these types. Now I figure out this one with rules. Where is this duplicate code again? Alright, in avatar, user request. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove this now because I'm not gonna use the template anymore. Let me just remove this avatar rules completely. Alright, that's it. Now there shouldn't be any more of duplicated parts. Yeah, there's no. Okay, well, this one. Yeah, this should be fine. This shouldn't affect anything. Okay, so static closure. That's fine. Now this is solved. Now if I go back to the mine, well here. Now this repository needs to be solved, and this repository needs to be injected to controller. When it's coming to the before it's come to controller, we need to inject this before the request comes to controller. Now this one needs to be done with middleware, or it can be do uncontrolled, in controller, but no, it cannot be done in controller actually. Not from the path anyways, because controller won't bind it. I could put it to the request and to the route without binding, but let's just try to do this in middleware. First things first. First, I'm going to go to my user. Maybe not. Let me just see how we're gonna do that. Stance untentable, because I need to have the random. I need to have the something. I can use model. Yeah, model will be fine. I could use model. Okay, let's just use model. Okay, because I'm trying to find. I need to inject this to controller, and then I thought maybe I need the interface here, but then I see what we implement that interface. I can just implement empty interface. That doesn't make sense. I mean, I could for standardization, but then I thought I maybe implement something like this with interface, but this doesn't have to be unique necessarily, so I won't do that. And uniquely named, I mean, necessarily, so I won't do that. Yeah, let's just do it without that, and just let's create a middleware. Middleware inject fileable. File apply. Okay. Fine, I have my middleware now. Let's just put alias for that middleware too. I do that here. No, not there. Wrong one. Here. And let's call this inject fileable. Inject fileable. It's this one. It's not mosquito that's flying here, it's something else. Great. It will be bad for mosquito. And inject fileable. I'll just implement this middleware immediately to my API, and this post name. Let me just put name last, and now go to here, implement middleware. And I'll just use inject fileable here, and also I will also do it like this to be more readable and better looking. And this is it. Now this window is gonna be applied here. Now which will this be applied first? I could find. I mean this will. No, I won't. Wrong one. Why I always go to this avatar upload? I don't need that anymore. I can actually delete this one. Let's just delete this. No, I will delete for now. I'll delete a bit later. I don't need this anymore here. Okay, here this middleware goes. Again, this je, which is letter for my language. We have letters called je, ñ, ch, ch, dž, dj, and ch, is like a ch, yesam. I did. Yesam is not a word for my language. It means yes, I did. Yesam. Yes, I did. And je, j, sh, ch, ch, j, dž, and yeah. Ñ. This inject is basically ñ in my language. In English, it's just in a j inject, but it's my language, it's ñ. Never mind. Yeah, we have lots of funny characters in my language. It's a pleasure to learn it. Okay, not funny, not the stuff as, for example, Japanese has. Japanese characters are something else. They are work of art. I mean, original characters. They are less, but that's more adjusted to writing. But the original ones are work on art. Also, Chinese characters, original also work on art. Arts not work. No, arts not work of art. Just funny ones. Okay, so which one of these will basically the first? This middleware probably gonna be this one, but doesn't really matter. They don't affect each other, so it's fine. Whatever it's first, it's fine. Okay, so let's just figure out how we're actually gonna do this in this inject file middleware, or inject fileable middleware. I apologize, let me stretch a bit. Rest my eyes. I'm looking in the screens all day, so it's a bit time to rest my eyes now. I could take a little nap. So you're gonna watch me like 15 minutes while I'm asleep. Just I have head, so I just use that head like this. Okay guys, see you in 15. I don't know, in the meantime I'll put some music, but if I do that I won't be able to upload this on YouTube later without like editing the video, and I'm too lazy to edit my videos. No, I'm just joking. I mean, partially joking. I'm not editing the videos because everything that's in stream will be on YouTube, nothing will be cut out. Yeah, that's it. No, I'm not lazy, I swear. Okay, if you just now fall asleep. Yeah, I'm just joking. Let me just finish this, then I will go to sleep. Alright, inject fileable. Now I need to figure out how to actually get that and inject it back. Now in Laravel, in Symfony, there's a very easy way to do this. But in the Laravel, I will have to do some experimentation first to see how things work. Able to figure out. I'm kind of too tired now to do experimentations, but I don't know. Let's just try. First, I have this request, and now I'll have route, and everything that's in path is going to be in that route, right? So type everything. Let's just do first. Let's just do play with the BDDs. So let's just DD request to route. Let's see what we'll find there. Okay, so now just request route. First just DD this in this handle, and now this should work because it's in handle, right? So this should work before it gets to controller. Okay, let's see now. Well, methods, middleware. Oh, that's that too. And this is s, this is name, this is prefix, and this is parameters type. Okay, now I just wanna know how the controller is determined. Router, routes, auth register, well, what? All routes are here. That can be right. Actually, it's right. All the routes are here. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, now we're doing a bit of the internals of Laravel, which is always a fun thing to do. I do have these parameters, but now I need to see how the controllers are resolved. Because I need to inject something in the controller on the fly here. Compute middlewares, compile the route, file uploads, regex, tokens, array, path variables. And this is now router. I don't need router. So this is basically everything into maybe there's something useful here in this router, but I don't think it is. There's just all the routes here. I don't need them at the moment. Let me check look what I can get for the request. I just did the request itself. What methods else are there? Request route input is string. What string? Probably nothing too important for me at the moment. Validate, accepts, ajax, attributes, cookies, flash. I just did the entire request to see what this is gonna be fun to inspect. But let's just check what's everything in this freaking request. I apologize. Yeah, okay. Lots of things. And he won't show everything because it's too large. Oh, great. Attributes, requests, queries, server, parameters, files, cookies, or just standard request stuff. It shows me. Browser resolver, route resolver, router, avatars, path info request story. So controller is not resolved. It has to be second mention which controller is going to be resolved. But if I can put this in parameters, I can try. That's how I do it in Symfony. I think it works same way with Laravel. Yeah, this is nothing useful for me here with the right route resolver. It's not particularly useful here for me in general. So basically it has to mention which controller is gonna resolve this, and this has to be mentioned on which parameters needs to be injected. Let me just in the controller. I'm gonna add two more things into my controller first. So let's go to my file upload controller, string type, and here I'll also inject the model here, model, and I'm gonna call it fileable here. And I'm just gonna basically delete this. Now, what I'm going to try to find is the way to inject this into controller, invoke into controller directly. So inject into method because uh, there is this how is middleware called, the resolves. Actually, let me check that middleware. I'll get ideas how to do this. The resolve parameters that are injected to controller because this type has to be resolved. And in the same way, I need to inject this fileable here. Okay, so let me just check. There should be some kind of middleware that is default by Laravel that resolve this. So let me just go into providers, not providers again. I did it again into the app and this middleware. Not this middleware. Yeah, this middleware actually. It has to have the default middlewares. Those are groups. The query cookies response station stat safe stat substitute bindings. This should be the one. How do word work? This to route is substitute bindings. So it goes to the router. Request to route. This to router injects the router. Route substitute bindings and route substitute implicit bindings route. No, not interface. I mean, okay, but there's only one, right? Parameters gives a value. Is set this to bind exit key. Route set parameters. Also, it's set parameters. So if I set parameter, it will be bind automatically. Let me check. Yeah, just set parameters into route. Right. So basically, if I add it directly to the parameters, it should be automatically set according to this. So let's try it. See what happens. Okay, upload request. No, not upload request. Inject fileable. So let me just another DD of the route just to see. So I have my parameters here, right? Just type avatars now. But if I add the basically fileable here, I call it fileable as a model that needs to be injected. It will probably be automatically injected into the route. So just if you automatically inject everything it finds here into variables that it finds probably. That's my theory at the moment. So let's just do this then. First I need to get a repository and I do have type in my request in the route, so just type equals request to route. And I need to get type from the route. Just if type is 0, with no type for any chains. If type basically I need to have type, so basically I don't need to validate this, but just check. Type needs to be required. It's in route. I could put it in the route as a. I'll put it like just this. If type identical to null. So if there's no type in the input, I'll just throw a new exception here. Throw new. It's gonna be HTTP exception. Bad request. Yeah, okay, that's true. Message type is required. This looks me like validation. But okay, it just if there's no type by any chance in the route, then we'll just put this one. And now I have my type. Now I need to have my repository. Equals this is gonna be file upload types repository. It show exception, that's for sure. No. File upload types, file repository. Okay. Audit from type. And now when I get class, it's just gonna be up make. I think it's up make. Let's just do it like this. Repository class string. And let's do, I apologize, let's do now repository. Repository. I can inject it like this. I need to bind everything that's bind. If there is something, make. So it is make. So I just do this in one line. Then here. No, like this. Alright, that's it. Now I have repository class. And now I have type, and I will also have owner ID here. So owner ID. Didn't put it yet, but I'll put it into parameters. Owner ID equals request route owner ID. Like this. I put it in parameters, and now make file, and now owner ID is gonna be integer. If not, I'm gonna cast it to integer. But not here. Also, if owner ID is now also show the same, or here, owner ID now show missing request parameters. That could be fine. And now repository is this. I have my type now, and now finally my fileable equals repository. It's gonna be repository, and I put the class string, and I'll basically type hinted as a base repository because that's what it is. And now it's gonna be my repository to find by I call it first here, first of all 04, and it's gonna be ID to owner ID. Now I'm gonna cast this to integer here. Alright, that's it. And now I have my fileable, and I should have it here. And now after I have it here, this should show exception doesn't exist, so it's fine. And now I have my fileable here. I'm just going to inject it into my route. So it's gonna be a request to route to set parameter. Is there is a parameter here? It is. So it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fileable. And it's gonna be fileable. That's it. And it's necessary the route is actually set, so I need to put this one here. If it's nullable, no call as an operator, and that's it. So now I'm just gonna dd again to request to route here to check if this is working. First I'll have to add the owner ID into my request. I do that by extending my route definition to here. So this is gonna be route type owner, and here's gonna be owner ID. And I'm just gonna do it like this. So when I inject it, so it's like this. So now it's gonna be owner ID. I'm gonna use camel case. It's gonna stand for PHP. So it's owner ID here, and also it's gonna be owner ID here. Into my middleware. So it here. Okay. Actually, I could put it like that too, because I'm not gonna inject that into my controller. I'm just gonna inject my file into my controller. So I have type of owner ID. So okay, check type is avatar, that's fine. Owner ID is owner ID. Now I need to put that one and inject it to the repository, get repository, and basically inject the model into route, and that's gonna be my owner. So for my owner ID and my type, I'm gonna create get repository, write repository, and write model avatars. And now, yeah, this is the wrong. It should be plural, not singular. Remember, in routes always use plurals. Owners, owner ID. Okay, and now let me go back here. Yeah, I'm kind of half asleep, to be honest. I'm just coding this and like sleeping, like half coding, half sleeping. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, so file. Yeah, I said half sleep. Inject fileable here. ID. And now I need to correct it, not here, and connect it up here. Not correct it, but put it. Owners, avatars, and owners. So type is avatars, and owner, I need to put owner ID of my user. And that's going to be my user. So this is way too bright for me right now. And this is gonna be user Remove Tempest, so it's 5. This will be owner of this avatar. So he's 5. Well, actually, how old is Rimmer? He's not older than 5. I mean, after he's get reincarnated, right? Not before. Before he was like, I think 37 or something like that. After he got reincarnated, he was like 0. As a slime, and this series, I think, is for 220, so something like that. So he's less than 5 at the moment. Great. Okay. Apologies. Okay. Now this should be it now. Let me just delete all my avatars. Start this from scratch. And also go to my AWS account. I'm just reload, but I'm gonna delete entire folder. So this should be fine. Delete. And this EWS with this permanent delete, like don't do that. Just put checkbox here, we will be fine. Okay, maybe they had bad experience with checkboxes in past, I don't know. Now I'll just put here on ID, okay, type, I get type avatars. And I'm gonna get file repository by this type, which is gonna be for avatars user. They're gonna get from this repository, I'm gonna get by owner ID of that user, I'm get that user basically, which is gonna be fileable. And I'm gonna set parameter fileable that user. Right, and in the controller, I'm gonna inject this fileable here, right? My user is model because it stands model, so this should be fine. And okay, now let's just first let's see if injection fine. Parameters owner ID 5, not important, type is important, and yeah, I have my model, and it's not. Wait, why do I have per page? Not important. Let's say attributes. Yeah, it's Rimmer, so it's the right one. Okay, now we successfully injected our model or fileable into our parameters. Hopefully this will inject into the controller. Alright, now this should be it. Not more to do here. Let's just try upload to the end and see what happens. Error. String even. Type 3 fileable must be of implemented model string given. Why is string given? Oh wait, maybe, just maybe I need to unset. No, it should be fine. because he won't bite anything. Let's say dd request to route from fileable. It should be what it's just set. It's a model. Okay, now let me just inject the dd entire route itself again to check something real quick. Let me see. Why you give it a string? I mean, yeah, string will be before I injected this. I mean, it will be nothing before I injected this. There's no fileable before I inject it. You tell me it should be string. I'm wondering why you inject. What are you injecting? So you injecting request, it's fine. You get injecting type, which is in parameters. That one is this one. Owner ID is not, and fileable is in parameters. It's not in parameters before I go here. Maybe that's what's confusing you. Because it's in parameters here. If I do it, send it. This is 1, this is 2, this is this integer here. Maybe that's what's confusing you. I just unset it from the parameters. Now inject. Let me see how exactly I do that. Request to route. Can I remove parameter or something like that? Or maybe put it to null. Maybe null will do it. Or unsent. There's no remove. Unset maybe. No. What do I have here? Or maybe I just reset all the parameters. Maybe I can set parameters directly. First parameter, get to me second point. I can unset the parameter. The parameters, let me just set what I have it set. Set folder, set where, set parameter. If I do parameters, here we go, forget parameter. This should work. And it's gonna be owner ID because I don't need it anymore. Do I need the no? I need still on this. So set parameter fileable. Forget parameter owner. Now owner shouldn't be anymore in this route. Yes. So I have one type. And next one is fileable now. Check what's that. What is that? The thing that was confusing it. It was. Okay, it works. My reamer was now fileable. I just removed the one extra one, was confusing Laravel, and now it's working fine. And this works. I was able to upload my avatar. Yeah, here we go. User fileable 5. Okay, I need to do it like this. I have avatars, and yeah, this is it. I have my object. And we are good. One more thing, there's one more thing left to do here, but I'm kinda getting too tired to do it. Maybe I'll just do it quickly before I want to finish this feature today. Yeah, one more thing I didn't check, because this is now just request. I need to put here upload request. And expect to run some issues here, just double check it. Okay, let's just try this again. I mean, validation will pass because we're passing before. See what work as I expect it to work. No, I won't. What? Needs to be upload a request. Inject fileable handle argument one request must be upload request. Request given. Oh, so middle one needs to have same. Okay, that's no problem. Wait, is this problem because I was doing the wrong one? Not here, controller. Yeah, I said I was sleeping on half, didn't I? Oh, here. It is upload request, and we check it, then it works fine. Great. So everything's fine here. Just confirm that actually works fine. Let me just check something here. What are the constraints? MIME types that are allowed. Let me just remove everything here. No, I just put max size 1 because it's definitely larger than 1. I'll just confirm that this actually works. It does. Okay, so it works. It needs to be larger than 1 kilobyte. I mean, everything else probably works then too, because I have this and I injected it. Or let me just check, maybe I just do it without delta. Just if ratio is greater than 1, I just put greater, can be different, not equals 1 basically. I just put greater, no, it will be greater, not identical to 1. Show exception to check if this one works, but it should. Yep, it does work. So it works. I just remove the old one, that will pass now, and that's it. So this is basically uploading file to AWS for any type of the, this will now work for any type of the file, right? So now if I wanna add another type to the system, I just need to go here, add that type here, add the repository which will be responsible for fileable object, and I need to add constraints here, and that's it. And now I just, with request, I can put that new type here, and new request repository here, new repository fileable here, and new constraints for that fileable type here, and it will work for that new fileable type. So basically, if I want to extend this file upload, I just need to add the new types and new basically new parameters into this class, and this will control an entire file upload, right? Then I can just create my route. If I do routes or new requests, I can just put new type, a new owner ID, which is a bit of that type here, and that's it. I'm ready to go. It will work for any of the types of any files for the upload, and that was the idea. This architecture now is easily adapted to the any files. File uploads, we can also do easy adaptation to any of the, let's see, in Laravel in general it's called disks, but any of the file storage services, right? Without using Laravel's native internal logic for storages, because Laravel natively with one parameter change can change from AWS to internal storage, and this is this one. I didn't use Laravel's internal AWS logic, but it has it here. Let me just check. File, here we go. No, not that one. Local stack, channel, host, session driver, file system. Here we go. So disk is a local. So basically, if I'm relying on the Laravel's file upload, this will be uploaded to local disk now. And local disk is, I think it should be some directory on the local machine. Let me just see, local config, this should be inside the file system, here we go. And local driver storage path is our private, right? So if I just use this default disk, it will apply it to private, to this directory basically. If I do S3, I think this will work, right? Because I have all these sets, so I basically could just set this to S3, and entire logic will be stayed exactly the same, just now S3 will be used as the file storage service instead of the local machine with local currently. So if I just with using Laravel's internal logic, if I check this to the S3, everything will shift to S3. If I stay this, it will be local, right? So this is the desired approach. Just with one shift on one parameter, you shift basically entire architecture or logic beneath it. Somewhere in the under the scenes, there's a tool basically first called the file handles. They both implement same interface, have same methods. And Laravel just switch to concretes, right? That's it. And I will do something similar without using Laravel internals, but I won't be using this type. I will just use on the service provider. Here, where you are, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to shut this down now. I'm going to lie and rest, and then probably do some gaming later. Uh, on the providers, right? Same thing I did with this generator. Now it's simple token generator. If I change Darlene, hello. Yeah, I'm a developer. That's my job, my daily job, right? Yeah, man. So just like I did this, right? Concrete token interface, generator interface. I now use a simple generator. I can change to GVT or the code, and it will entire system will just adjust to it. Same thing I will do with file systems. I will do some interface, probably file interface or file upload interface, something like that. And I will just buy my concretes here. At the moment I don't have that because I'm using just S3. But if I want to change this, it will probably be this will be something S3 handler or local system handler, something like this. That will I do in future. Maybe just even in the next stream, probably. Maybe. So we can easily adjust to the new local system, new file system. And when I do that, basically entire system upload logic will be able to shift to different handles, to different storage. And with this with this class here, for the upload types, we'll be able to extend this without apply with new types just by adding these variables here, right? In here. And this will be extremely adjustable system in that case. Just one notice, when you're doing production code, you won't do something like this, except if your client specifically asks you and hints you, hey, developer dude, or he will just probably talk to your project manager, who will tell to you, or open your task, something like that. I want in future I'm planning to add few more file upload types, and in the future I may want to shift from AWS to, let's say, Azure. How the storage is called? My brain doesn't work anymore. They have a storage system. I just forget how it calls, but they have it. And the client tells you that he want to shift. Probably he will most definitely shift in the future to different storage, and he will most definitely in the future add multiple upload types. Then you will construct system like this, because in the future it will save you a lot of time. If he doesn't tell you that, remember my first upload I did here, you will do it like this: S3 directly and use a repository, and you're done. You won't do anything on this stuff like that. Because why? Because in the production development code, when you got production code, keep it simple for the beginning. If client doesn't tell you differently, doesn't request for you anything different, keep it like this. If it tells you later you need to upgrade, you're gonna refactor your code to be more adjustable and to adjust for new requirements. So that's basically it. That's all the wisdom I have to share for you today. This is my opinion, but remember it comes from, like, I don't know, I think it's 9 years going with the professional development. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure I pick up some stuff on the way. So just keep in mind that, right? But if you need something more complicated, this what I show you here will definitely work. I know because I built production systems. I think I did. Not with exact logic like this, but with similar logic. I don't even remember exact logic. With similar logic like this. So that's it for today. I'll definitely gonna end the stream now. Two reasons, 3 hours is hard to keep up. If you wanna watch this later in the video, please take some breaks. Like, I know, 1 hour. After 1 hour, take some break because concentration we're gonna drop drastically. If you're gonna watch the whole thing, if you're a masochist, you will watch the whole thing. If you're not, that's okay. Also fine. If you have some parts of the video stream that's helpful to you, that's good. I'm glad to help. That's it basically. Sorry, Darlene, if you're still here, you came in the end. But you can watch the whole thing if you want. It will be here on the Twitch next 7 days, and I will upload the video on my YouTube. Link is in the description of my channel, so it's possible to check it there too later. Okay, so I will end the stream for today because I'm getting too tired to do anything else. Next time, let me see. I will probably do this part I told you about, the multiple disks, so multiple upload services, upload handlers. If something else doesn't come to mind, as always, guys. When I say guys, I mean guys, girls, and any other way you want to pronounce yourself. It is fine. When I say guys, I mean people in general. I always said that, but I kind of have these guys in my head always to say it in my head. If you have any request, I'm doing fine. I'm just tired. I mean that's all. I'm going to end the stream now. I'm going to take a little nap. I think maybe even sleep. It's too early for me to sleep, but I'm gonna take some nap. It's night here. It's 11 p.m. actually here. So how are you, Darlene? Or Darlene? I don't know how to call you. Oh, well, sorry. Yeah, it's been 3 hours now stream for me. And like I said, it's 11 p.m. here, and I actually worked 8 hours before this stream today. So I'm getting tired. Sorry to make you sad. But yeah, I'm gonna end it for now. I'll be back probably tomorrow. I may do a stream later, but it's gonna be gaming stream. It's not gonna be developing stream anymore today. Yeah, you're a late join, unfortunately, but that's fine. You can, if you want, you can watch this later as a video. It will be here for next 3 days, next 7 days after this. So, and later it will be on my YouTube. So yeah. Sorry, Darlene. Yeah, next time I don't know. I'll probably stream at the same time I stream today. So if probably tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure. I can't promise because depends on my work, right? If I work a lot, then I'm probably too tired. If I don't, but I'll definitely stream over the weekend. So Saturday will definitely be at least one stream for me. So hey, Darlene, thank you for coming. If sorry you'll be too late. Everybody else also who were here, maybe still here, thank you for coming. And as always, if it's day where you are, have a good one. If it's a night, sweet dreams. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.